for the day 2, and let's see what happens. So on day 2, we made 12 sales. So this is a much better day than day 1. It started looking like it optimized a little bit. Today, we're going to cover going over the numbers of your WC campaign after you have set them up. So we have our Boxer Dog campaign in here, and we started this on November 21st, 2017. And we have all of our ad sets here, 18 ad sets, because we duplicated with exclusions. We excluded our fan page and our existing website visitors and page post engagers, and then we also have another one without the exclusion. So we have the fan page with and the fan page without. Okay, so we have all of our fan page 1, 2, and 3, and then all our designs, our 5 designs, or no, just our one design number 3, but with all of our exclusions. And then we have different countries. We have Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK in this, and we have worldwide here, and we have USA here. So that's how we get 18 ad sets. Okay, so we have it set up here, and we're going to go through the numbers each day. This is how we have my column set up. I got delivery here, reach, amount spent, CTR, link clicks, cost per link click, cost per link or link click through rate, CPM, website content view cost, add to website cart, website add to carts, the cost per ad site web to cart, how much I spent, or the budget, and the website purchases, the cost to get a website purchase. So basically you can see people go through the funnel, who visited the website, who viewed the content, who added the cart, and who purchased, and they can see kind of the progression one through the next. And then you can see how much money it was earned, but this is actually, on my store, I have this set up artificially low, so I put inside my pixel that each purchase is only worth $10, so this is not actually accurate for me, but if you set it up with accurate numbers, it could be accurate on your pixel. Okay, so we're going to go to the next day, and we're going to show you some of the numbers. So here's on November 22nd, we have our first amount. We spent our $5. We started at 6 a.m. and by the end of the day, it spent $450 on average across all the ad sets. We reached 200 people, 250, 300, 400 sometimes, and you can see here that our click-through rates are not great. I mean, some of them are above 5%. We got a couple, 6%, 6%. That's what you're looking for. There's 5%. This one's terrible, and here's a 7%. That one's good. So what we do on the first day is we are going to go ahead and turn off everything that is over $2. So you spent $5, you turn off everything that's over $2. So I would turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, turn this. So leave that, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. Okay, so then we would turn those off. You just go File, Turn Off. But right now we're looking at an old campaign, so everything's off already. But we would turn those off, and then these the ones that are not checked would still continue to run for the next. And we would run those that are not turned off. We would run those for 5 days, at least 5 more days, so 6 days total, without touching them. You just let them sit. And so now you can see on the day 1, we made 0 purchases, no purchases, but we have some people that visit our website content views. We had a couple added carts. We got 7 added carts here. That was good. You can see there's 6 link clicks, but 7 added carts, which means that someone visited the added cart page at least more than once. And then here they can view that you can see 23. How's that possible? It's because they refreshed the page. They went back to the page multiple times. So 6 people created more views on the page than just 6 views. And that's how that happens. Okay, so now we can go to the next page and we can see what happens. Go to the next page. And on day 2, it looks like we got some sales. So this is really good news. So you can see on day 2, we got 65-cent link clicks on day 2 with 6 visitors, 7 added carts, and 3 purchases here. And we had 5 purchases total, averages $16. So if you want to know what your average, what your max cost per sale is, what your most you can pay. I mean, the most you can pay. I gave you a little thing here. So if you set your price at $29, and the wallet case, right, is $7.99 plus $1.99 shipping in the US, means you have a $20 margin. It means you can spend $20 to make a sale. But if you use our tactics, to increase AOV and use upsells and all the information we have in our seller resource site, you should have a minimum a $24 margin. Okay, so that means if you're making sales for anything under 24 bucks, you're making money. You're printing money. If so, anything less than $24, right? You're making money. But obviously you're breaking even at 24, so you want to actually make some margin. So I would say realistically, you want to turn off anything that costs after 5 days. Turn off anything that costs more than. So here, I'll write that for you. After 5 days of ads running, turn off anything more. I just realized you couldn't see this. Haha. Okay, let's start over. If you have a $29 margin and it costs you $7.99 and $1.99 shipping for the US, you have a $20 margin. With AOV and upsells, you have a minimum of $24 margin. Okay. After 5 days of running ads, turn off anything over $20 cost per purchase. Okay, purchase. And then let everything run. And then if you have something, I would say under $10 cost per purchase, increase budgets from $5 to $15. Leave for another 3 days. Okay, and then if it's still maintaining at 10, 15, increase more. Increase from $15 to $35 budget. This is per ad set, right? Increase from $15 to $35 per ad set if still under $15 cost per purchase. Okay, after another week. Okay, so now you're basically you have 5 days here, you increase it to $15, and the second week you increase it again from 15 to 35. Okay, this is per ad set, and you just keep doing this, and then you just compound. So it takes a little bit to get scaled up, but this is kind of how it works. So let's go here and look at more of my ads. So let's go to the next day. So we go to 24th. Oh, no sale, only one sale, and 93 cents. And you can see that I had turned off others. I've turned off ad sets early. I didn't let them run. And it's okay, but this is what I ended up doing. I turned off stuff that I thought. And then here, 25th, we have one sale. We have our 3 ad sets still running. It's $1.17 click, $1.17 click. We got another sale for $4. And let's look at the lifetime. So now we start it. When do we start? On the 20th. We started on the 21st. Okay. 22nd. Looks like it's on the 22nd. So we started on the 22nd. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go look at this. So 5 days worth and show you 20 and see what we should have done. So it looks like this ad set had 3 purchases at the end of 5 days. This one we should have increased to $15. This one we should have turned off, which I think we did. And this one we could have increased to $15 based on our rules, based on the rules right here. Okay, and then let's go back. So now let's continue on. So now, because you're doing this on a rolling 7 day, you don't look at every single day separate. You definitely don't want to look at every day separate, because if you just look at this day, you're like, oh, I spent $15 and I didn't make any sales. So you never look at a single day. You always look at a rolling 7 days. So we're going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you look at your rolling 7 days. And you can see, oh gosh, $24, 18 got more expensive now because we didn't make any sales. We didn't make any sales on that day. So we just let it run, and it hasn't hit our max. So this one hit our max. So this one would have been turned off, but these haven't hit our max. Our max is $20 over a 7 day period, and we just let those continue. So let's go to the next day. So then we go a rolling 7 days. So we lose this day, and then we increase this day, and now you can see if this updates. Rolling 7 days. So this was turned off by now, but even though it shows data, this is okay. This is okay. So we continue to run. So we go here, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days, and we have an 89. So obviously I wasn't looking at this, and I wasn't looking at this. So these would have been both turned off, and this one would have been kept running. And it looks like the ads were not doing great, right? So 25 through the first. So there was nothing great about this design. It made a couple sales. We broke even more or less on it, and we more or less broke even. We didn't spend any. So then you can see that kind of is starting to die out. We're not getting, so this first one would have been turned off already. This one would have been turned off. Or no, this one was still on. It's under 10, but these two would have been turned off by now. And then we got to 26 through the second, and I think so. It's still sitting very, very little bit of sales, and that's basically what we're doing. We're just checking every day on a rolling 25. So now you can see it finally broke our $20, and it became more expensive. We finally turned that off on the 3rd. So since the day it started, this campaign only lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It only lasted 12 days because it wasn't a great design. But I wanted to show you a not great design just so you get an idea of what the hell's happening. So let me pause the video and let me find you a good design. Let me find you a good one and we can go over that one. And this is like part 2 of the WC conversion ad scaling and management. I want to show you another campaign that we had. This is the dairy farmer one. This is another design we had set up, and I want to show you how the progress of the ads went and what happens with this. So we have our WC conversion column set up exactly the same as the previous video: delivery, reach, amount spent, click-through rate, link clicks, cost per link click, CTR, CPM, content views, cost per content views, edit cart, cost per edit cart, the budget, the website purchases, the cost per website purchase, etc., etc. Okay, so and then whatever the amount of money that we made, however my pixel set up to show this low. So what we want to do is we started this on the November 10th. So we set it up on November 9th, and I'm going to go to the first day of the campaign. The first day campaign, you can see on November 10th, was actually pretty decent. We have all of our campaigns. We had 18. Oh, we had 36. So it looks like we had more fan page 1, 2, oh wait, 5 fan pages. So 5 fan pages, 1 design. That's why there's 36. So we did a big test with this. We spent a couple $100, and we were starting to see how our ads are going. So we reached about $400. We spent $5. We had some good link clicks on a lot of our ads. So look at this: cost per link click 50 cents, 30 cents. So this was a pretty good campaign to start. Over a 1% click-through rate. It's pretty good. CPMs were a good price, $7 to $10, not bad. And we can see that on day 1 we had made 9 sales. Average cost per sale is $14. So this day 1, this started really strong for us. This is, I mean, not really strong. This started very good for us. Above average, but not like amazing, not super amazing. It was definitely above average. So let's go to the day 2, and let's see what happens. So on day 2, we made 12 sales. So this is a much better day than day 1. It started looking like it optimized a little bit. You can see that we were still at $5. And all the campaigns stayed at $5. And here we had $7.50 cost per website purchase. This is really good. We had turned off, I think, only like maybe 10 ad sets from the previous day because those ad sets were over the $2 mark. So if we go back one day, you can see how many ad sets we turned off. So all the ones with 0 we had turned off, the 3 we turned off, the 350 we turned off, 3 turned off. Yeah, all those we once turned off, so the next day they wouldn't run. Then we let this run for 5 days. That's the goal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what happened at the end of those 5 days. So we go down. You can see, look at, we made 11 sales, $8 cost per sale. Now we start to increase, and look at this. I increased a little early, I think, and we spent 21. So this is like on the border. We don't want to go over 20 based on our rules. So our rules were, we have a $29 product, $10, $20 margin with ARV and upsells, about $24 margin. After 5 days of ads running, turn off anything over $20 cost per purchase. Under $10 cost per purchase, increase from 5 to 15. You can actually make this like $15. And then under $15 cost per purchase, increase from 5 to 15, leave for another 3 days, then increase from 15 to 35, and you can, if it's still under $15 cost per purchase. Okay, so that's the rules. And now here we can see on day 5 we got a lot of ad sets, so we could bump this one up. We could bump this one up. we could bump. I would leave this one at $5 because that's on the border. It's like 17, 18 bucks. I'll leave it. This one we would definitely bump up $5. We had 10 sales. It's really good. Here we would definitely bump. No, we wouldn't bump. We would leave it. I would bump this a little bit to 15. I would leave this. I looked like I had this started earlier at 15, or I increased it earlier. But I would not bump that. We can bump this up to 15. These ones I would not bump, and then the rest of them he had already turned off. So we had some decent ad sets that were making sales. You can see in those 4 days we made 50 sales. So and the average cost between all the sales is definitely profitable for us. We were definitely making some money. So we can check what happens the next. And now we're going to do a rolling 7 day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we have a rolling 7 day. And this is what you do. You manage all your ads on a rolling 7 day. You never look at a single day. You're going to be disappointed. So this is really good. On a rolling 7 day, 16 sales, 10, 10. Everything looks pretty good here. This one's on the border, on the border, on the border. So all this stuff looks pretty decent. We would increase anything like based on the rules. And now we just do a rolling 7 day. And you can see that some of our ads are getting more expensive. So it means our ads fell off optimization really early, and they only lasted a week. And this has to do with we just do through here. So let's do. So we still have a couple ads that's doing, but look at this, up to 80 bucks and up to 50 bucks cost per searches. So our campaign started amazing, and then it fell off our optimization really fast. And you know what? I'm pretty sure during this period, Facebook did an algorithm change, or they changed something, because this is right when Black Friday is coming up, and so campaigns are getting super, super expensive, or lots more competition. And so you can see we started really good here, and then we're getting really close to Black Friday the second week of the campaign, and you can see the competition. If we were doing that first week, we were doing good sales, $10 sales, not bad, or $10, $11, $12 sales. And then you can see the second week, the Black Friday week, you can see what happens. Oh, we still had one that had a couple sales, but like $17. And I had, at this time, you can already see I turned a lot of it off because it was getting too expensive. Let's say midweek, right before Black Friday, and half of the half week, you can see we had some 12, 36, 29. So these would be turned off. This one's still okay. This one's on the border. So this campaign definitely made us money, but this is something I'm going to start up again after the holidays. It will definitely make money. But this campaign was in a niche that apparently was affected by the rising prices of the holiday. So that's why it quickly unoptimized when the algorithm changed, the competition increased. And that's something you're going to notice when you run campaigns. He's like, oh, I only sold 50. No, it looks like across the last. Let's see how many I sold. 74. So it's definitely still profitable. You're still making like, I don't know, $6-7 a sale or something like that. But that's why you turn it off, because you don't want a winning campaign that started out strong and that dies. You don't want that to be a negative campaign over time. So that's why you always follow your rule and you cut things off and you stop the ads if it goes over your $20. So that way you maintain profitability. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn this ad. I'll retest this and restart this after the holidays, and it should take off again. It was just started off strong and it died because of the holidays. It was not strong enough to weather the increase in ad prices based on my strict rules of turning things off on a rolling 7 days. But you can have less strict rules and let things ride longer. I just prefer cutting things off on a 7-day basis at $20, and then I know I'm going to maintain profitability over the long term. And even though the campaign lasted 2 weeks, if I start this campaign up again, it'll last longer. I just can't start it now. I have to wait till the holidays are over. And that's kind of basically how you manage campaign. I wanted to show you the second campaign, how you manage it, and how you look at numbers and that kind of stuff. So everything, all these numbers are great, right? They're fun to look at. Cost per clicks and link clicks and CPMs and link through rate and all these numbers. I put them all there so that you can have that information. But the only number that matters is right here. This is literally the only thing that you care about. The cost per website purchase over a 7-day period. This is the only thing you should look at when you look at your ads. I mean, when you're making decisions about your ads. It's the only thing you should be looking at is the cost per purchase over 7 days. This is not 7 days. Over 7 days. Does it go over your max? If it's over your max, you cut it. If it's under your max, you leave it. If it's a good amount under your max, you increase the budgets. And that's how you manage Facebook ads, and you maintain profitability for the long haul, and you have consistency. So that at the same time that I'm running this dairy farmer campaign, right, I have maybe 20 other campaigns running at the same time. So this one might be sold 75 units, and then my other campaign might be sold 200 units, and then the other one sold another couple hundred units. So every day you're making a couple hundred sales every day from all your different campaigns, because you stack and you compound and you maintain lots of different designs selling all the time. You just look at each one every day. You look at all your campaigns really quick, and you just increase the budget or decrease the budget or turn off. Increase, decrease, or turn off based on this number right here, cost per website purchase. And you follow the rules, these rules right there. And that's it. That's how to manage ads, and that's how to scale ads, and that's what a winning or a okay campaign, not a winning campaign, an okay campaign looks like.